Hey guys, Brandon here from A Plus Tree Service. I wanted to make a video on why I chose to buy from China. So sure, I could have went out and spent $60,000 on a Vermeer 925, which that was the machine that I wanted. Or I buy used and still spend $30,000 to $40,000. So for me, buying used and buying a machine like this with higher hours did not sound appealing because these machines are designed to work hard. You're not just driving this around the block to walk the dog. These machines are working very hard every day when they're being used. So all the hours that you see on the hour meter is these things working. That's what they're designed to do, is work. But if you don't maintain the equipment properly, then there's going to be a lot of things going wrong with the higher houred machines. So I wanted a skid steer, but I didn't feel like spending $60,000 on a new one, and I didn't feel like paying top dollar for a used machine. Most of the Chinese skid steers I've seen look like garbage. Little gas motors, they're not gonna last long. But I was figuring if I can buy a Chinese little gas skid steer for $5,000 to $6,000 and it lasts me a year and it does the job for me, that seemed worth it to me. But after doing some research and finding this machine, I kind of fell in love with it and the price was right. I want you guys to look around this machine and tell me if it looks cheap or it looks Chinese. Would you buy it? Did I make a huge mistake? All those questions will be answered in time, but as of right now, I feel like I made a really good purchase and I got a lot of good attachments. So this Chinese mini skid steer that you're looking at right here has a genuine Kubota motor. The Vermeer guys were here yesterday. They looked it over. They said that motor is genuine, has a stamp of approval and everything. I just bought a Chinese skid steer with a diesel motor. So right away, I trust Kubota. It's got a Kubota motor. All the hydraulics are good. What do I have to really worry about? So why wouldn't you buy this machine? If you own property and you need to do work on your property, maybe auger some holes, maybe you have some overgrown brush, you can get the brush cutter. Do you have a driveway that you pay someone to plow it, or do you plow it yourself? You could put a snow plow on this. A forestry mulcher, you can mulch all the brush around the property, small little trees too. Next, where you need a bucket. I mean, heck, you can get a lawnmower attachment for this. This machine wasn't much more than my Cub Cadet lawnmower, and that thing only cuts grass. This thing has endless attachments. They have trenchers, they have tillers, augers, forestry mulcher, brush cutter, land levelers, forks, the lawnmower, snow blades, snow blowers. Honestly, guys, the list of attachments for this thing goes on, and Durette is constantly working on making new attachments, improving the attachments, and improving the machine, which is pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna be honest, when I first started thinking about even buying a Chinese skid steer for my job, I thought maybe I would be a little bit embarrassed to have it on site, even though I shouldn't. If it can do the job, then I shouldn't be embarrassed at all. But when I found this and seeing this, once I get my logos put on here and everything like that, if it does the job, I'm gonna be pretty proud to have this thing on the job. So yeah, that's why I decided to buy this machine from China. It didn't break my bank, and I think it's gonna perform pretty well. I will say one of the biggest things that I was scared about buying from China was having to send them, a decent chunk of money and wondering if I was going to get it. All that stuff kind of scared me away a little bit, and I was so close to ordering so many times and just never did it. And then when I reached out to Dean on Alibaba, yeah, he took care of everything, so it was all really easy. I didn't have to do anything. A lot of the research that I did on purchasing from China on Google or whatever scared the crap out of me, but it was pretty darn easy. So guys, I just want to say thank you. I'm almost at 600 subs now, which is pretty cool. So I'm getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark. I think we might be able to hit 1,000 this year. It seems like a lot of people watch, but nobody hits the sub button. yeah, the sub is free. You can hit that sub button. It is totally free. You can hit that like button. It's free too. You can also comment. But yeah, it's not, none of that's going to cost you anything. Every time you guys hit that sub button and I see those subs go up, it gives me even more drive to make videos, and I'm constantly thinking about what videos I can make. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you guys all, and yeah, thanks for watching.